Hello everyone, today we are going to take a detailed look at this LEGO The Legend of Zelda set, the Great Deku Tree 2-in-1. It contains 2,500 pieces, comes with 4 minifigures and read at $500 US. As a fan of the game, this set is a dream come true and there's so much to talk about. Without further ado, let's get started with the smaller build first. This is Link's house from Ocarina of Time. It's been a while since I played the game, so it's hard for me to comment whether this is a good resemblance of the house, but this is actually a pretty fun build. Underneath, you do have a storage compartment. It's a bit hard to take it out, but if we drop all this off, you can see like all the iconic items from the game. We've got the green potion, the red potion, obviously this is the bomb here. We've got the hook shot, which is let's just zoom in a little bit. You can see here the hook shot here, so it's a very nice build, and the Helium shield, which is an new and exclusive part for this particular set. On the second floor, we have a bed for Link and some curtains over here. Overall, it's a very nice little build. And of course, we've got the sign, which is printed, the ladder to get up. And I love how they create, the barriers on the balcony here. And more importantly, this is a very smart way to create the fairy in game. And so this is a specific fairy called Navi, which kind of helps you during the quest of the game. And from this set, they do include like different color to you can exchange like green like this and other yellow one to have a different mode in the game because throughout this is kind of giving you information. I think the yellow is the lock on and the green is to show like there's something else happening. And now it's time to look at the Great Deku Tree. For me, I decided to build the default version, which is based on the Breath of the Wild. Regarding the other version, which I will comment on later, let's just focus on looking at this Great Deku Tree. From the picture, it really doesn't do it justice, but after you finish the build, it's actually looking pretty impressive and massive as well. I think it really helps, when you connect both parts together. So this part with the master sword can be detached that we can, take a look at the details later on. But, originally just this one, but when the sets combined, it just looked absolutely stunning. And of course, we can also turn it around to review the back of the Deku tree. So it's a bit bland. There's an action feature here. There's some interior, which we will take a look at the details later on. But this is how it looks from the back. And if you're wondering what's the action feature do, which I think it was particularly well and just really good execution of the design. So if you move the back, you can see the eyebrows and the mouth of the Deku tree moving, and the movement just so smooth. Let's just take a look at the front. All the details are done very well. They even recreate the Silent Princess with existing Lego piece, which is really good. The tree looks really nice, although it's a little bit frustrating to build the trees because you have to build a lot. But this one, okay, we'll go into like some other trees that is less fun building later on. But overall, you can see how good it is. It's actually create the looks of the game very well, and you just get the vibe. I'm so happy with the result as a fan of the game. And most importantly, Lego make an exclusive master sword for this particular set. You can actually pull it out to recreate some of the iconic scenes in the game. So they use the transparent blue piece to kind of recreate the master sword with the magical ability. I wish they do a variant without this blue effect though. And there are various types of mushroom throughout the build, and in the instruction booklet, they kind of tell you which one it is. Of course, in the game, each of the mushroom in different shape, but Lego couldn't just make all the exclusive parts for so many things. I guess one thing can be improved is the transition between the water area and the ground. Although the water is very shallow, but having this clean cut seems unrealistic. Going back to the Great Deku Tree, what I like about this is how they create the exterior texture using existing bricks, and overall the result is excellent. I really dig how they create the roots of Deku Tree and then all the exterior details. Now this part using like different shape of pieces to create the transition between the green area and the water area. So this part is nice. Because at the back they still have that clean cut a switch that is a bit unrealistic. We've got some steps to get into the Deku Tree. Again, we've got the mushroom, the silent princess, and what I talked about before about the tree is this small tree here is extremely frustrating to build because they use the candle piece and then the trunk, but it's actually pretty loose. So in order for you to fit all these leaves onto the branches is a quite a process, I would say. And if you have paid attention, you can see there's one Korok over here, which I usually just call them Yahaha because that is the noise that they make in the game. There's a printed pieces you do get various variant and the game, not the game, but the set is pretty generous. For the heart-shaped print, they do get you an extra. So if you have spare parts, you can build more Koroks. And the two-tone colors of the leaves just looks beautiful. In the picture, it just seems like, hey, it looks a little bit empty, but once you build it and look at the actual thing, it looks really impressive. And I like that a new color can mix with the pink very well instead of using the white leaves. Like some previous set with Sakura tree, they tend to use the white color, but I think the new color looks really nice. And on top, you do have another variant of the Korok here. And then this is just a generic fairy using the same technique to build navy, but with the pink color and same print. This is the fairy. When you kind of about to die, it kind of instantly revive you. And this is a really good, resemblance or recreation of the iconic lamps in Lost Wood. One thing to note though, the action feature is pretty much hidden pretty well. This is how it works. Overall, this part of the build is actually the most complex part. Even though there's only two number bags, but it took me over an hour just to build this. Of course, I also made a mistake. Due to the limited size of the set, they can't fit the full, Great Deku Tree into the set, but they managed to create some of the interior very well. So you do get a bed here, which the unique style kind of recreate what you see in the game very well. I think I just messed this up a little bit. Let me just fix it. It's a really nice bed. The only problem is you know to build this because you kind of build the stuff around it before you put the bed in. So it's a little bit hard to place some of the bricks inside. And then we've got a shop here, and then we've got another variant of the Korok. So this one is use a bigger piece, hence you don't get the extra pieces, but that's fine. Again, you've got two other variant of the mushrooms that you will see in the game. And you wonder what this is. This is the pot. So in the game, one of the key element is for Link to pick up different ingredient, and you can cook potions or different food here to help your adventures along the game. In the end, the Great Deku Tree here is very impressive with all the details and reference from the game. Also a very challenging build, so I like this Deku Tree very much. So now let's take a look at the minifigures and other smaller builds from this set. First, we have Hetsu. Hetsu is one of the characters from the game, which I think kind of like the leader of the Koroks. Kind of, if you find the Koroks or find enough Koroks, it kind of gives you some reward, and he has the special dance. Of course, in Lego form, you have limited movement, but I think using all the bricks that they have, they do recapture the looks of Hetsu very well. And the fun part is this thing here the way that they build, they put a studs inside, so when you shake Hetsu, you can hear the noise that it makes. So this is really cool. And these are the extra parts in the end. So in order to build the Ocarina of Time version of the Deku Tree, these are the parts that you will need, and there are lots of parts that you wouldn't need. You will have a lot more parts left. But unfortunately, because of the complexity of the build, you have to construct one version to build another version, which is a shame. However, having said that, some of the items and creatures from Ocarina of Time kind of in separate bags, so you can actually build all this separately. I decided to build those because it's kind of interchangeable, even though it's not necessary. From the game, one of the key highlights for me, right, apart from creature, is this gossip stone over here with a nice print, and of course you also get the sculpture here, which is another print. This is an iconic creature from the game, especially from Ocarina of Time. So you know, even though you can't build both version of the tree, you can always build something from the other version of the game, which I really appreciate. And of course, don't forget the little cute Deku Sprout over here. And here are the 4 minifigures included in this set. So we basically get 3 versions of Link and 1 version of Princess Zelda. Now let's just take a look at the Ocarina of Time version of Link. So you do get the young Link and the adult Link in this set. So young Link having the Deku shield. The sword is just a generic Lego sword. Very lovely printing. They got the skirt to represent his costume, and then we've got this brand new helmet. Here is jewel molded, and then you've got the alternate facial expression. So Young Link has the exclusive looks here. One is a happy face, one is more serious. For the adult Link, the torso is slightly different. You can see here the print is slightly different, and we've got the normal Link. We've got the Ocarina of Time here. Unfortunately, I think the color is just a little bit too dark. The hairpiece is the same. He has a shouting face for this secondary face, which they use the same head for the Breath of the Wild version that we're going to take a look later. I wish that they include a secondary face that has his eye closed, kind of, recreate at the moment that he used the ocarina. But anyway, this is an excellent minifigure that, if you're a fan of the game, you absolutely love it. Next, you have Link from Breath of the Wild and also Princess Zelda from Breath of the Wild. You've got the iconic outfit from the game, which both are very nicely printed. You've got very nice legs as well. Uh, for Link, he's having the Traveler Shield. Again, the sword is just the generic sword from Lego, although I think it represents the Traveler sword, or maybe not because it's slightly bigger. For the hairpiece, they use the pearl gold color to represent the slightly more blonde hair compared to what you see in the 2 different game. And again, as I mentioned before, he uses the same head, which it would be nicer to have a different variant. And for Princess Zelda, as the unique hairpiece, this is really nice, and you can see her hand is holding a printed tile. This is the Shiki Slate, which is an important item that you need to progress in the game. And for her, she has another outer facial expression, which is closed eyes. And the other thing that you might not notice is that in the instruction, this is how you Link. You notice the difference? Traditionally, Link is a left-handed swordman, but since they kind of move into Wii and the motion control, they kind of switch him to be right-handed. Like you can see here, this Link is holding the hand on his right hand. I think it's just some nice thing that you might notice if you have played the game. Otherwise, you might not notice at all. And this is the first LEGO Legend of Zelda set for me. As I mentioned in the opening of the video, this is basically a dream come true. I'm very happy with the result as a fan of the game. The overview is complex and fun. The outcome is absolutely beautiful in my opinion, and tons of references to the game and unique pieces, plus excellent mini figures. As a fan of the game, this is a set that is a must-have. Now, by no means this is a perfect set. Of course, the minifigures are excellent, but I do wish there's some more variant to the minifigures, and at some point of the set, some of the building experience can be frustrating. And the price of 500 Newton dollars is such a hurdle. I managed to move my finances around to able to afford this set, but definitely this set is not that affordable unless you have some spare disposable money. And obviously, this set is made for the fan of the game. If you don't know much about the game, while the set it looks beautiful, but at this price tag, it's very hard to justify and recommend this set to anyone who doesn't know the game well. Now, my question is, will LEGO continue to make sets based on The Legend of Zelda? Because there are tons of location and also minifigures that I would love to see in official Lego form. Do let me know what you think about this set in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. And of course, you can always check out the video of me building this set in the past 5 days.